George Groves is hoping it snows when he fights Chris Eubank Jr. in the World Boxing Super Series early next year. Getty. George Groves wants a cold, outdoor fight with Chris Eubank Jr. in London next year. The Hammersmith puncher knocked out Jamie Cox with a brutal body shot on Saturday to set up an enthralling semi-final contest. The clash is potentially set to take place outdoors at a football stadium, with Fulham's Craven Cottage being the current favourite. But Groves would welcome inclement weather on fight night, as he reckons indoor bouts can be a bit stuffy. It was a bit toasty under the spotlights, so I'd love to be outdoors, hopefully it's snowing. Groves said, "I went out to Havy Klitschko in July 2011 and it hammered down with rain. Cold is nice." Rio Ferdinand has announced he will take up professional boxing, but he is not the first footballer to venture into another sport. Getty. Rio Ferdinand boxing. The ex-Manchester United man has announced he will take up professional boxing. "I went out to Havy Klitschko in July 2011 and it hammered down with rain. Cold is nice." George Groves. Groves and Eubank have shared a ring before, when the Brighton man was hired as a sparring partner before Groves' win over James DeGale in 2011. Eubank Jr. was my sparring partner. I brought him in, I paid him, I put him up, I looked after him. Groves said, "We didn't talk in the gym. He just came in and worked. I quite liked that about him at the time. I wish his dad would be like that. He would come in and chew your ear off 4 hours on end." Eubanks Jr. dispatched his quarterfinal opponent Avni Yildirim with ease last weekend, and Groves says there's mutual respect with both father and son. "His dad has always been quite kind to me," Groves said. "In Monaco, he came out 5 minutes before we went to the WBSS draw. He had the bow tie on, the shoes, the Louis Vuitton case under his arm, and he said, 'Oh George, you better not beat my son.' It was the last thing I thought he would say." I haven't seen the Yildirim fight. He probably looked sensational. "What I like about Eubank is that he will punch from his ankles from the get-go, but that's because he doesn't have the boxing brain. He is stepping up big time against me. He is not good enough." Related articles.